Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. Oh man, in this video, we're going to be taking parts in the Make It Rain 2021 campaign events. So I said, Make It Rain is one of the events that's going to be that was going to be brought to the game. I had mentioned this prior. This amount, and I think there's like one, and there's like 3 other events coming that I said I was going to cover, so we're covering them now. So, this is the first on the list. So, let's do it. The Great Horn Heist. Beg pardon, my good madam, but might I ask your assistance with the matter most grave? What's up? My name's Olier, and I have the pleasure and honor of serving as one of the Lord Manderville's earnest attendants at the Gold Saucer. Just between you and me, I must confess that we're dealing with a bit of a situation at the moment. It appears that a robbery is taking place in the Saucer's hallowed halls, while the brass blades are investigating even as we speak. And as that weren't good or bad enough, one of my closest friends and colleagues from among the Saucer staff has been named the prime suspect. I can assure you that he is absolutely innocent of all charges. Why, the man wouldn't even think of committing a crime. That said, we are sadly lacking in controvertible evidence to that end, which is where you'll come in, or at least where I hope you come in. What say, my friend? I realize the request is quite sudden, and might you be so kind as to entertain me? Oh, thank you, my good madam. In that case, pray accompany me to the Manderville Lounge, and I might explain to you the situation in full detail. All right, let's do it. Let's head off to the Gold Saucer. Now, I did this on my main. It was kind of a pain in the ass. Hopefully, I remember where I had to go. While I'm here, since with the Make It Rain campaign, you get 50% more MGP from gates and lottery. So, let's try our hand. See if we get lucky. Probably not. So far, it's not. Oh, that sucks. Alright. Utter trash. Let's hope this is it. Damn it. I went for it. Alright, what about this one? I managed to win the grand prize on my ooh, let's hope this is it. Damn it! I'm at the same amount. That sucked. Alright. I don't know, I believe trading cards don't isn't affected, but I have a lot of cards that I can get rid of. Yeah, it's not affected. Oh well. I've been meaning to get rid of these for a while, but I just never found myself here in Gold Saucer. There we go. Cleared up all that inventory space, thank God. My inventory's all like cluttered. There we go. Alright, as you can see, there's a lot of people here. Thank you so much for coming, my friend. Your offer of assistance means the world to me. But look over there. There you will see my dear friend Hugh in the process of being unceremoniously and brusquely interrogated. Really? Was interrogated by those boorish brass blades. Uh-oh. You there! Can't you see we're in the middle of an investigation? It'd serve you well not to interfere. Now, who said anything about interfering? Who's this guy? Welcome, dear guests of the Gold Saucer. I am Roland, and I have the honor of overseeing day-to-day operations here in Lord Manderville's stead. You look very gaudy dressed. Now, if I may ask, what brings you to here today? Come to clear up an investigation. I see. In that event, your assistance in the matter is indeed most welcome. I trust my man Alier has apprised you the details of the case. No, not really. Ah, pray forgive me, Master Roland. I was just getting to that. A short while ago, an invaluable sabotender Emperador horn was stolen from the prize vault, which is behind our main counter. Needless to say, this area is guarded heavily and strictly off limits to all customers. So was that what naturally that staff came under suspicion. In particular, poor Hugh, who had the misfortune of being the one manning the prize exchange booth at the precise time of the theft. My friend swears he is innocent, of course, and a more honest man I have never known. Yet, in the absence of any evidence to the contrary, or any leads suggesting any possibility, the brass blades have all but assumed that he is the culprit. You see, although he is a diligent worker and beloved by his peers, truth be told, it appears he was arrested for petty theft once, years ago. Still, that's no reason to assume he's to blame this time. It's unconscionable, I tell you. Why, if they persist with their interrogation, I fear Hugh will be coerced to confess to a crime he never committed. Oh, is there nothing that can be done? I too can speak of Hugh's character. The man who would sooner lop off his own head than steal even a single gill. Might we ask you to look into the matter and glean what evidence you may, that we might prove our trusted employee innocent of any wrongdoing? Sure. You have my gratitude, and I will speak to the brass blades and inform them that you have our full permission to conduct your own investigation of the premises. And with that, I must return to my duties. I assume the matter is in good hands with you all here. Okay. Before I forget, I want you to have this. If you come across evidence of anything of interest in your search, pray record in this inspector's journal. And with that, I do believe all you need is you have all you need to get started. If I might offer a word of advice, why not begin by questioning that rather flustered-looking fellow over there? What? I can't jump over the table? What do you mean, event cancelled? You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. I was tasked with selling mini Cackpot tickets and was standing behind the counter at the time of the crime. To think that something like this could happen here at the Gold Saucer. I said the same to Captain Dallas and Pip Maya. Then the two brass blade officers questioned Hugh over there, but I don't recall anything out of the ordinary at the time. It's festival season, of course, which means that our halls are even more packed with customers than usual, but other than that, I can't think of anything worthy of note. Yet I guarantee that no unauthorized persons were allowed to slip behind the counter. From my vantage point, I would have noticed in an instant if that were the case. Alright. Well, did you record the man's testimony in your journal? Yes. Excellent. Now keep asking around and ensure to arrive at the truth behind the incident in due time. And then again, at long last, poor Hugh's innocence will be proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, this is one of those things where you can't rely on your map. Well, you can't rely on the map. You can't rely on your journal. This is why it's kind of a pain in the ass. So let me see if I can remember who to talk to, because you gotta talk to a series of people. And it's quite annoying, if I do say so. So I gotta find people. I think the first one's up here somewhere. Aha, there's the first one. Alright. The here and attendant, you'd say. If I recall, he left his post for a time to escort a customer someplace or another. Thought it ought to see no one manning the counter, but I suppose it means it happens from time to time, or perhaps not. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, shoot. think the next person is down here. Yes. Around the time of the robbery happened, I was just getting off active duty. I had a mind to go to the chokehold races with Pip and Maya, so I gave him a yell. But would you believe it? He just walked off to the racetrack as if he never heard me. Pip and Maya, you say? I'd heard his brother was known to place a few coins on the birds from time to time, but never knew Pip and Maya had any interest as well. Still, for a friendly chap like old Pip and Maya to just ignore you like that, I reckon he must have had a big bet on his mind. Ooh. Okay, interesting. I believe the next one is down somewhere. I don't think it's here. I think it's further down. I think it's down that way. I believe. I think. I could be wrong. In fact, I probably am wrong. I am very wrong. What the? Way to go, Vector. You just fell off my table. I think it's over here, actually. There you are. Have I noticed anything out of the ordinary, you ask? Well, now that you mention it, I doubt it has anything to do with the incident, but my colleague who works at the Cactpot board mentioned that his uniform had gone missing. I could scarcely believe it. The man's a veteran and as careful as anyone I know. We're instructed to guard those outfits with our lives, you know. If my colleague doesn't find his soon, Master Roland is like to give him a chewing out like he'd never believe. Ooh. Okay. Next person is over here. You! Shush, have you lost your wits? Don't say that so loud. If you don't heard that I misplaced my uniform, there'll be hells to... Oh, I should probably be quiet about myself. Needless to say, those uniforms are issued to official Gold Saucer staff alone. When you're not wearing them, we're instructed to guard them as if our lives depended on it. If that were to get out, I lost mine. Just before I checked out with the cleaning staff to make sure that wasn't accidentally disposed of somehow, the man said he'd seen nothing, and nor had any articles of clothing been delivered to the last one found. Oh, whatever could my uniform have gone? I mean, I could see it being a big issue, impersonating staff. Now, the next one I think is across the way. It's the... No, it's not over here. It's somewhere else. So many damn names. I don't think I'm in the right area. I think it's over here. It's somewhere. I'll find it eventually. I like these events, but I also hate these events at the same time because they're kind of a pain in the ass. I'm going way too far. I know it's not that. Oh, that's that guy. That's the next person I gotta talk to, but not. But I gotta find the person before him. Yo, excuse me. I gotta find this attendant. Where are you at? Ah. Have you met have you met Pipit Maya? He's one of the brass blades investigating the theft for us, but he's no stranger to the gold saucer. I've seen him at the choke races more than once. You sure that's not his brother? They're the spitting image of each other, and I hear that it's the brother who's a regular patron here. They say he can rack up the MGP like you wouldn't believe. His brother, you say? Why, I didn't even know he had a brother. From what I saw, they could almost be twins. Someone needs to get around a bit more, it seems. Anyhow, their brother's a regular here if I ever saw one. Seeing they share single-minded devotion in which he tackles games, I reckon he's got his eyes on an exclusive prize. Oh, it's all coming together! Alright. Now we gotta go talk to that brusky brass blade that we saw. There you are. Given its sheer size, we believe the thief has hidden the stolen horn somewhere around the premises until such a time as they can arrange to smuggle it out. Though, for the life of me, I can't find that goddamn thing anywhere. Get in there. Luckily for you, I know where to look. You carefully survey the area. You have the sense that something currently hit into your gaze was visible from a different angle, or are you simply imagining things? And then finally, the last person we gotta talk to. The investigation? Ha, we already know the sorry wretch named Hugh did it. I've got more interesting matters to think about. Say, have you heard any good rumors lately? Pip and Maya flat out ignored a friendly invitation and went off the choco races alone, you say? That's something you don't hear every day. Never known the man to say no to anyone. Why, one time a new recruit started calling him Maya Pippi, and he didn't even bat an eyelash. On the contrary, he just went along with it like it was his new favorite nickname. Since then, all the new recruits have taken to call him Master Maya Pippi, and Pippi Maya's as happy as a choco getting scratched behind the ears. To think he turned deaf ear to one of his subordinates. That's a juicy rumor if I ever heard one. Ooh. Alright. We got all the pieces to the puzzle. Now I gotta weed out the truth. Oh, there you are. Observing from afar, I couldn't help but notice just how thorough you've been in your investigation. Pray tell, do you believe that you have arrived at the truth? It's all clear to me now. Yes! Surely? In that case, by all means, let's share your deductions with the others. Captain Dallas, I thank you for allowing me to oversee the proceedings. By the power invested in me by Lord Manderville, I promise to consider all the evidence at hand and render a fair judgment regarding this unfortunate incident. I trust this is acceptable to you. I see no reason to object. After all, we only wish to arrive at the truth, same as you. It's just right. I trust that you too have no objections to my participation here. Very well, then let's begin. Captain Dallas, please summarize the details of the incident for us once more. Gladly. A few bells ago, a Sabatender Emperador horn went missing from the gold saucer's prize vault, located behind the main counter. It was noticed by a sharp-eyed attendant whose ship followed that of Hugh. Thorough questioning of all witnesses in the area at the time revealed that no other persons, attendant or customer alike, were seen behind the counter at the time. Investigating our records, we further learned that Hugh was arrested once for petty theft before being employed here at the saucer. We have named him a primary suspect, and an interrogation is being conducted as we speak. That is all. Thank you, Captain Dallas. Mistress Rye, O'Lear has informed me that you too have been investigating the man on your behalf. Have you any objections to Captain Dallas's testimony? Yes, the true culprit is still out there. What? How could you possibly know that? One of the attendants' uniforms has gone missing. What's this you say? Oh, then let's proceed to the next topic at hand. Captain Dallas has men are all but convinced that Hugh is a thief. Have you uncovered any evidence to lead you to believe otherwise? If you're so sure he did it, then where's the horn? It's true that we haven't recovered it yet, but I assure you it's only a matter of time. That's hardly evidence of the man's innocence. What exactly are you implying? The horn was stolen while Hugh was still on duty. I see. For you to say so with such confidence, I imagine you must have uncovered some convincing evidence indeed. Well now, I do believe you've come to the heart of the matter. Mistress Rye, if you would, just who do you believe is truly responsible for the crime? It's Pippin Maya, because he's the only one whose names kept coming up. Me? Is this some kind of joke? I'm no thief, I'm an officer of the law. You'd best have some proof behind these accusations, or I'll have you hauled in a gaol fast and you can say Godbert Manderville. The stolen uniform was a Lalafell sized. So what if it is? That is proof of nothing. And you only look around, you'll see that I'm far from the only Lalafell in this place. But not all have a brother with eyes only for MGP. Wait, how do you know that? I mean, nonsense, I have an alibi. At the time the theft happened, I was at the chocobo races. And I'll have you know I won myself a fortune as well. Ha, the joke's on you. Just ask any of the attendants there. They all remember me. Why, I'm one of their best customers. My most sincerest apologies, Master Maya Pippi. Master Maya Pippi? Is this your idea of a joke? The least you could do is have the dignity to call a man by his proper name. What? Just the other day you told us that was your favorite nickname. Enough, Sasapano. It would seem our game is up. Haha. Look at that. Brother in the flesh. Remarkable sleuthing, if I do say so myself. Of course, you are correct. Hugh is not the culprit. I am, or should I say, we are. Huh. Master Maya Pippi, there's two of you? What's the meaning of this? You'd better have a good explanation for all of us. I am Pippi Maya. The real one, that is. The man who was posing as me until our ruse was revealed as my twin brother, Sasapano. We also have another brother who's some years younger than the two of us. He's our pride and joy, sharp of mind and fleet of foot. Sadly, one day our dear brother was stricken with a rare, nigh untreatable malady. He was told he had but moons to live, if that. Needless to say, Sasapano and I were devastated. When the initial shock had passed, we were left with one thought. If we could not save the boy's life, at the very least we could make his biggest dream come true in the precious days he remained with us. Specifically, his dream to one day sail across the heavens on his very own Sabatender Emperador. I knew of his wish quite well, having often observed him eyeing its glorious, succulent form longingly from my post on security duty. And so, in hopes of granting our dear sibling's dying wish, Sasapano and I embarked on the single-minded quest to accumulate as much MGP as we could muster. Sasapano in particular displayed quite the aptitude for games and soon became known as one of the Sorcerer's most successful regulars. The points accumulated rapidly and in great quantities, but our boat's condition was declining even more starkly. We were racing against time and seemed destined to lose. So, it was the idea that came to us out of sheer desperation. We would use the hustle and bustle of the festival as a cover, sneak behind the counter, and pilfer that which would make one ill-fated man's wildest dream come true. The rest played out exactly as this insightful adventure deduced. Little did I expect I had found out before I could even sneak the horn past the guards. Indeed, it all makes sense now. My sincerest apologies, good sir. To think that not only did we wrongly accuse you, but the true culprit, one of them at least, was one of our own. Using your position and knowledge as a security officer to mastermind such a heinous act. Can you two even begin to comprehend the gravity of your crimes? I'll see you rot in darkest gall. Wait, I beg of you. Might I be allowed to speak for a moment? I come from a poor family of refugees. Before they graciously hired me as a saucer attendant, I lived alone with my mother. For years, it was a constant struggle to put food on our plates. We feared that each coming day might be our last. Often I would hear my mother sobbing at night, unable to hold back the grief and pain she hid inside for her son's sake. One day her name day was approaching, and I had a thought. For one day in her life, I would do something that would bring her smile to her face. So I got her a ring. Or, more accurately, I stole it. I regretted the act almost immediately, but it was too late. I was soon apprehended. I was dismissed from my job as a laborer and was told I would never find work in this town again. With not even the coin to buy a scrap of bread for tomorrow's breakfast, I fell into utter despair. My life, our lives, were surely over. I was certain. It was then that a kind soul reached out to me. That kind soul was none other than the very man whose gold ring I tried to steal. I speak of the owner of this gold saucer, and the one and only Lord Godbert Manderville. He made me swear a promise that I would never turn to thievery again, and offered me a position as an attendant here if I would obey. I am far from a wealthy man, but the remuneration has been more than enough to provide my mother and I with a better life than we could have ever imagined. I was deeply wounded, of course, when I was judged by my less than upstanding history and wrongly branded a thief, and I understand all too well that the unfortunate circumstances do not justify turning to crime. And yet, hearing Master Pippi Maya speak just now, how can I help but feel for him? And so I beg of you, for what little that might count for, do not go overly hard on the man. Your plea has been heard, my good man. Look who it is. It's the Godbird himself. Captain Dallas, if I might have the floor for a moment, I would make a few propositions. Proposition number 1. In my capacity as owner of the Manderville Gold Saucer, I hereby gift to Pippi Maya and Sasapano's dear brother one Sabatender Emperador on the house. That's generous, considering the thing's like 2 million MGP. The thing is not cheap at all. The horn was a gift, meaning that no theft was taking place here today. Thusly, there is no crime for which you need to answer to the authorities. Can I have one too? I don't want one. Such boundless generosity. As for you, Pipamaya and Sasapano, as I said, you need not answer to the authorities for what you did today. You will, however, answer to me. The words of Hugh were here speak to me. In that light, I would make my second proposition. To answer for your actions and repay me for my gift, I propose that you serve a period of community service and to be performed under my direct oversight. Pipamaya, you are to don a senior sabatender suit and serve as a caretaker's assistant in the child's ward at Frondale's Frontistry. There, you'll do your best to provide succor and good cheer to the poor children who suffer as your own young brother does. This will, however, require you to undergo a strict training until such time as you are able to perform a perfect senior sabatender shimmy. Do you accept these conditions? Of course I do. With pleasure, Lord Manderville. Now for you, Sasapano, I dare say your knowledge and expertise regarding all the things Gold Saucer rivals almost any in the realm. It would be a shame to let that go to waste. And so I propose that you serve as a chaperone for those children suffering from symptoms less grave. You will show them about Gold Saucer, that their hearts may lighten and they might forget their pain for a time. I trust you have no objections, Captain Dallas. I am but a humble sellsword of the Syndicant's employ, Lord Manderville. Any judgment you render, it is my honor and duty to see it carried out. Oh, very well then. I do believe we can now consider this matter closed. All right, that got settled pretty nicely. Simply incredible! Oh, so many minions appearing. Thanks to your peerless detective work, my dear friend's innocence has been proven and fair justice has been served to one and all. Lord Manderville granted Pipamaya and Sasapano a brief reprieve before beginning their sentence, that they might deliver the Sabatender Emperador to their brother in person. I can only imagine how his eyes will alight at the sight. Surely you have saved the day in more ways than one, and all of us here at the Gold Saucer are in your debt. As a token of our most sincere gratitude, I have prepared a special gift for you. Probably claim it from my stern-faced colleague here. And I get a lame-ass bronze card. Aldir has informed that you most graciously lent to us your aid in the investigation. On behalf of the staff here at the Manderville Gold Saucer, I thank you. We have prepared for you a token of our gratitude. Pray accept it from my colleague Greg over at the entrance. So many peoples! Let me guess, you're here to claim your reward, you see? I'm a master sleuth just like you, but I jest. I heard it all from Aldir. At any rate, here's your token of thanks for your effort. May it serve you well next time you find yourself faced with a perplexing case. Ugh, get a book. I get an emote. Objection. Phoenix Wright. All right, that was a fun. I believe here you can buy stuff too. I think this is all like. Is this? I can't tell if this is like new stuff or not. No, this is all old stuff. This is all the new stuff. Get a minion. Get some cactuar furnishings for your house. These are actually pretty damn cool. The Out on the Limb is probably the better choice, but it's so expensive. But yeah, that is the Make It Rain 2021 campaign event. So, it was interesting. I can't quite remember how the previous years were, but you know, minus the running around that I did on my main. Thankfully I did that prior to doing this. I knew what to do. and it was annoying. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.